Hey, today we're going to learn Hotel California by the Eagles. It's a great song. We're going to start out with the chords, we're going to look at the strumming pattern, and then I'm going to give you some tips at the end of the video. So the first thing about this song is it has a pretty long chord progression, but it's the same chords throughout the whole song. So there's nothing really to worry about. Once you get them in a loop, you'll be able to work them. One of the most challenging things about this song is its use of bar chords, which are difficult as a beginner guitar player, especially on the acoustic. They can be tricky to press down. So I'll give you a few tips in this video to deal with those, but I'm going to make a whole other video about how to tackle bar chords and the wrist pain that people get associated with it. I've seen people who've been going to the gym for 20 years with huge forearms and biceps and all the muscles you can want for, struggle with bar chords a lot. So I'm going to make a whole separate video on those for you, and I'll put a link here when it's done. So the song has 8 chords. We're going to walk through those now. It starts with a B minor chord. Then we have an F sharp chord, or an F sharp 7. We have an A and an E. A G, D, E minor, and then F sharp 7 again. So the chords, they all go in the order that I've just said, and you can think of it as a set of 8, even though some of them are the same chords that repeat, but you think of them as a set of 8, and so they each have 4 counts on one chord. So B minor lasts 4 counts, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. As you go through the whole thing, you've got those chords. So B minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, F sharp, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, and F sharp again, 2, 3, 4. That's the chord progression for the whole song. Let's look at what we can do in the right hand. What I'm not going to do is give you the exact picking part for the song. 1, because I don't know it, and 2, because that's not really what I want to work on with you today. What I want to do today is I want to give you something where you can make the song sound good on your own on the acoustic guitar without a whole band there helping you out. So we're going to look at a picking pattern just to play through the whole song that's consistent, and you learn it once and then you can move your hand around and play through pretty much the whole song with this. The picking pattern we're going to learn today is not the one from the original song, but it is a really good one for your guitar playing to learn, and it's going to help you get this song so you can make it sound good on acoustic guitar. Let me show you what it sounds like. So those are the chords with the picking pattern going on. Let me show you what's happening in that picking pattern. So as we're playing it, what I'm doing is I'm playing the lowest note of the chord. So obviously if the string isn't being played during that chord, you can't play that note. So on the B minor, I play string 5. And then I play the next 4 strings above it, or physically lower on the guitar but above in sound. When the strings are higher in sound, we say above on guitar, which I realize is super confusing when you're playing guitar. So we pick down, and then we do an up-down strum. And I'm using my fingers for this whole thing. So let me zoom in and show you what that looks like. So we've got thumb, finger, 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 up, down. And then to the F. Okay, so for each of those chords, as they move, all I'm doing is moving my thumb to the lowest note of the chord, and then my whole hand with it and going bum, ba-da-dam, with those fingers, bum, ba-da-dam. So the D chord is the one we move the most, because the D chord, we have to play the D string in the thumb. And the last one, that last F sharp. Okay, cool. So time for some tips and tricks to help you with Hotel California. This song, because it uses the bar chords, is real tricky. So my first tip to help with this song is if you haven't got the bar chords down yet, stick with them. If I had a most likely area that people are going to get stuck with when they start the guitar and then think of giving up or quitting, it's bar chords. And as a teacher in my school, probably the people I help the most are often people who have been stuck with bar chords for a long time, and then we help resolve those issues and they're able to finally kind of move on with their playing. So it takes a bit of time, but it really is a patience thing with bar chords, and you need to get rid of some kinks in how you're playing it. And if you want help with that, I'm going to start making some videos on bar chords and how to solve them once and for all as being a problem in your guitar playing. But know that it can take up to 6 months of kind of continuous playing of bar chords on an acoustic until they feel really comfortable. I mean, until you can play them for longer periods of time, until that you can just jump them in songs. And I mean, 6 months of kind of continuous effort, just a few minutes a day, like 5-10 minutes a day is more than enough. It's the time that makes the difference. My second tip for this is to practice the left and right hands separately. Because the song has bar chords in, it's tempting to think that you can only practice bar chords for a short period of time, so you'll never get this song down. Whereas both sides are tricky in what I've given you in this video. So what I really recommend is practicing a little bit of left hand on its own, so you can try and get the bar chords down. And then while that's resting over here, you practice the picking part in the right hand to get that right. And that means that you've given your left hand some rest in between doing each of the exercises on each hand, and then you can practice a little bit of them together as well. Should mean you can practice for longer, but also it should mean you're able to focus more on getting the song to sound right. I hope you enjoyed the lesson today. I put some videos here so you can keep learning. Click on one of them and enjoy yourself.